Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's Discovery Demo with Pasquale, your host, account executive from moozoom. Hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all having a great back to school season so far. We wish you all the best of luck with this year's school season. God knows we had a challenging year last year, and this year is going to be a new year, a fresh start. So good luck to all of you, and welcome to today's Discovery Demo with me, your host, Pasquale. So without further ado, we will just kind of go over a little bit about what moozoom is, what we're all about, and how we can help your school really increase the SEL adoption within the school. We are SEL simplified. We have reinvented. We are reinvigorating SEL curriculum and a complete turnkey solution for your educators out there. So everything built into the platform in a very user-friendly way to use that engages the students emotionally in the story. So today we're going to be doing that demonstration. So just give me one brief moment here and we'll get things going. So as you can see, the first thing is we are logged in. That you should know is we are logged in from a teacher perspective. How moozoom works is we work by different themes, and these themes are what we see and what our children witness every single day at an elementary level. So our platform is designed really from grades 1 to grade 6, or ages 6 to 12 or 6 to 13. And this is the best possible way to increase that adoption for teachers, for students, and for the entire school community. Um, as you can see, our free module based here on rejection is what we'll be doing our demonstration on today. So one thing you need to know is everything, all the video capsules to the right of this rejection module are all based on the theme of rejection. Let's start by talking about our web series. So the first thing we'll do is we'll click right on here and we'll see what our web series is all about. We have a big misunderstanding, a little synopsis of the video, different exercises that we can explore afterwards. We have the competencies that we are trying to develop in this particular capsule based off of Castle's fundamentals and Castle's frameworks. So without further ado, let me launch this capsule. You'll see it's very fun. It's very brief. We'll just go over a few segments within it. And here, let's go. Have a look.
Hey everyone. Hey Isaac.
Hey Becky. So what are we talking about today?
Well, we're going to be following Daniel. And he's going to get rejected.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, it sure does. And it's not going to be easy for Daniel. Do you think you're going to be able to help him?
Let's see what you can do.
I can't believe he said that.
Yeah, me too.
Hurry up. Let's go before he gets here.
Hey guys,
Too late. Just ignore him.
you guys ready for lunch? I'm starving. What? Did that turn invisible during math?
Do you hear something?
Just some fly buzzing around. Ouch. Looks like Daniel's friends just dumped him.
How do you think Daniel feels right now?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like it's not going too good for Daniel today. And remember, these situations happen in our schools every single day. Um, as you can see, we approach the first segment in our interactive portion, where now the students are extremely engaged in the story. Depending on how they would feel in the place of Daniel, they can select how the storyline would continue based on their emotions, if they were angry or sad. It's important that we know here that there is no right or wrong answer. We really want to explore everything that moozoom has to offer, and going through each emotion and each reaction after that. We want the teachers, the educators, to spark and engage that conversation with the students in the classroom. And we'll talk about different techniques as we go along as well. For today, for fun, let's say let's say we would feel sad, and let's continue the storyline, and we'll talk back in a few seconds.
Emma and Alex and Daniel have been best friends since kindergarten. They see each other every day.
Yeah, and now it looks like that's over.
Yeah, no wonder he looks so sad. What do you think he should do?
So now we've approached the second segment of our interactive portion where now three reactions appear depending on that emotion that we've selected. So of course, if as a teacher, if we wanted to go back and change the emotion for angry, then three different reactions would then appear on our screen. The idea again here is to really explore each one of these reactions with our students in the classroom. As a teacher, of course, you can skip to the conclusion, but we really want to explore really every single different reaction in here. So I think this gives you a good idea of our interactive portion um, based off of the web series that we're offering right now in our curriculum. Going back to the activities, as we said earlier, the web series is real life and interactive scenarios into which students are involved in choosing how they feel being in the place of that character and what it should do and what they should do next. This is where moozoom is really unique. We emotionally engage these students so they can relate with their own challenges. So the activity overall is about 20 minutes because we want to take the time to go over everything within that capsule. You'll also notice here that we have exercises available that the teacher can do with their students immediately in the classroom, or depending on the school level, the children can do them in smaller groups or individually. If we open the discussion sheet, you'll notice that there's a great tool for teachers here where we point out certain discussions where we want the path to take with those children. You'll also see here we have some different an exercise quiz that, of course, as you know, with moozoom is a web app based. Therefore, we are compatible with any smart device, tablet, or computer, Mac or PC, or Android as well. And Chromebooks are fully capable of working with our platform as well. Students can do them from home or from school, okay, depending on where they're logged in at the time. So in this particular situation, we don't have any students with us, and we've just opened up the quiz. So the first thing you need to know is, for those students who have a little bit more difficulty reading, we did add in a little audio support tab here. So here's a little example of that.
It's normal for Daniel to feel angry when his friends reject him. True or false?
So we would click true. A little bit of confetti pops up, encouraging the students for getting the correct answer. Notice that you will have an automatic retroaction, regardless if it was the best choice of answer or not. There will always be a retroaction in our quiz that has the audio support tab as well here. Okay. Going back, we also have the exercise of my journal, where the students can explore one-on-one a little bit more in relation to the video capsule that they just watched. Moving forward, the next week, which is what we call our zoom out video, is real life scenarios where students get to develop in a playful environment social abilities step by step while normalizing each of their behaviors. So if we scroll down here, we'll notice that the quick synopsis, you'll see that duration of this exercise is about 5 minutes long, the duration of the video capsule. And if we scroll down, we'll see the different competencies that we're trying to develop, always based off of Camp Castle's fundamentals. You'll notice that the discussion and the quiz are there again. Remember that it's not the same questions that repeat themselves. They're always changing depending on which capsule we're actually doing. And in this particular case, we've added some other exercises known as the jumble steps, where although they're short and brief exercises that students can do, we can do with or without student or in a group or individually, or at home or at school. Short and brief exercises, however, that have a huge impact that the students can now really learn how to express their emotion in the right steps. So, of course, they can do this until they get all the correct answers. And you'll notice again, you have the audio support tab as well. Moving forward, you also have a role play, which is really fun exercises that we provide for our teachers. After they watch the web series with the interactive video, after a couple of days, well, instead of rewatching the same video, we can now do a quick role play. So we provide you with a different scenario that you can act out with the kids in the classroom and then explore emotions and reactions from there as well. Moving along to the zoom in, you'll notice that we have 3 consecutive weeks of zoom in. This is a mix of real life and animated scenarios where students get to introspect on how they feel and would like to react in different situations and develop those strategies in respect to that expected behavior. So again, short exercises, short capsule videos, synopsis, different competencies, and of course the exercises associated with that capsule. And we finish off with the Zen Zone is where we get, where is a mix of real life and animated scenarios where students get to practice mindfulness. So they can learn on how to breathe, letting go of their thoughts, and live a life with less stress and anxiety. By clicking here, we'll also get the same structure of the synopsis and different exercises as well as the competencies. However, we added a little neat tab here called meditation. So the teachers can actually use this once the kids or the students come back in from lunch recess or their 15-minute recess. They tend to be very energetic, very loud, and kind of hard to get their attention or kind of hard to teach, academics if the student does not have your complete attention. So these exercises are designed to bring their kids back to their Zen zone so we can then proceed with our teachings. Oh, amazing tools right there. I think you see at this point how amazing the structure is, and how easy and user-friendly it is for any teacher to kind of understand. One thing that you should also know is by clicking inside, regardless of the capsule that we click on, you have the student submission tab is where we'll see the activities, what the different activities that the students have completed. And of course, you'll have the educational support tab that's available throughout each one of these capsules. Now, here is where we add a whole bunch of other tools for teachers. For example, the teaching guide. Teaching guide here is based strictly on this particular week that will go through the emotions and reactions explored in the video, the related competencies, what instructions we have, the duration, target audience, and other information about the theme. If we continue, you'll see that we have discussion pointer sheets, we have different keys to actions, the teacher's role, and of course, when we're talking about SEL, we're talking about building an SEL community, which includes the entire school staff and not just the responsibility of the teacher. So the administration has to be involved, the teachers have to be involved, the behavioral therapist or guidance counselor or guidance department, and of course, this also includes the parents. So we've included a follow-up letter to parents here that's built in right into the platform where we can write the date, the child's name, the student code, which I'll explain a little bit later. We can actually check off here to see where we're up to in our curriculum for that particular module. And here's what we can send to the parents if you want to keep learning with moozoom at home, what we've explored in the classroom, how you can help your child if they've experienced rejection. So you can see that this letter is personalized based on the module that we've actually launched. If I scroll down a little more, we will see some documents here, some other tools that the students have access to, and we will show you that once we're logged in from a student perspective. At the very beginning, under the theme, we have two other tabs that we can open up. The first is the weekly planner. So let's open that up and let's have a look at it. So you need to know that moozoom, we enforce the explicit learning technique, which is proven as a fact that works in all schools. The modeling videos is where we kind of want to spend time with our kids to get them to open up and talk about that discussion. So here's where we want to spend a little bit more time with them, but also a reasonable amount of time that we have available in our classrooms. And then followed from there, guided practices. So in smaller groups or individually, depending on the age level or the school level as well. So as the teacher moves forward with their week, we can check off their boxes and kind of move forward week after week. So you're asking yourself, how do we get to 6 weeks? Well, it's very simple. We had to come up with a realistic time frame that any teacher or educator can implicate in their daily plans or weekly lessons. And we had to come up with a way that would be user friendly, that would be also very attainable and realistic. So here we calculated based on 30 minutes to 60 minutes a week for SEL. So very realistic, very attainable from any teacher, any subject. Moving along, we've also included the learning summary. So unlike the teaching guide that's focused strictly on that capsule, we now have the complete learning summary for the entire module. So ladies and gentlemen, look at this document. It's a quick 4 or 5 minute read, and we have up to 6 weeks of SEL content summarized in one easy sheet. That is the grand scope of the structure of our platform. If we look at the remaining modules available in our season one, you will notice the free module, which has everyone has access to. So all teachers, educators, and students, we can create. We have access to just subscribe with their username and password. Very simple. And should your school decide to adopt our complete curriculum, the other modules that we can offer are adapting to change, very crucial, especially during a pandemic world, bullying, which is not just a national issue, but a global one, accepting no. We all know, those of us who have children in elementary, that this can be, well, you guys know from there. And of course, self esteem or self worth, and fear of being judged. So these are all the themes that are available for our season one. You can look into it by visiting moozoom.com. Moving along, if you look to the left, we have a resource tab here as well. So we've decided to include brief tutorials that are pre-recorded within our platform. It happens some teachers or educators can sometimes be overwhelmed. We know that. So we've added little easy shortcuts for you guys for brief tutorials. So how to add students to your group, start an activity, view your weekly planner, so on and so forth. And of course, depending on the feedback from you, our educators, we will continue to add what we need to make sure that you guys have the best possible knowledge on maximizing the use of our platform. Going down a little bit lower, using the platform, why moozoom, the teacher's role, key success factors for implementation, which, by the way, should your school take a license for the entire school, we have a complete client success team that will help you with the implementation process to ensure that we have the maximum and the best results for your school. Continuing 5 reasons why implementing moozoom, and of course, we have a little section here, themes. So we've launched season one this September. And going forward, we will see all the other seasons that will be available coming out shortly in the near future, every September. If we click on the academic resource tab, we'll have what is self-regulation, a positive impact of SEL, Castle's 5 competencies, and students in distress. So you'll see here plenty of resources for any educator to read and look up and educate themselves a little bit more on SEL. Although the platform is a complete turnkey solution, we have lots of information that anybody can read. Going back to my students, okay, you see here we've created a group of students. I decided to go with an A-list Hollywood, some of my favorite actors. But you know, you're gonna be doing that according to your classrooms. And of course, how do we add a student? Well, a lot of platforms out there ask that we select a username and password, and sometimes it can be complicated. Well, with moozoom, we click on add a student, first name, last name, submit, and that is it. That is all we need. There's no other confidential information, no other personal information we need. Automatically, our system will generate an 8-digit alphanumeric code for that particular student. The teacher can then click here on the list format and have this sheet printed out and cut out the students' names and put it in their agenda or email it to the parents if they see fit. Also, one thing is that we did learn that when students are doing any type of work on a computer or some type of smart device or tablet, sometimes they tend to move ahead of the classroom, which we don't necessarily want to happen. So we have full access for teachers or educators that can manage the videos. So here we can actually lock week per week or the entire module, depending on how far advanced you want your children or your students to move along. And we also added the introduction, the parents introduction letter, which is available for you right here. We can click on that. And of course, you'll have a little brief letter that you can send to the parents, what want to keep learning with moozoom at home, and gives them a little brief description about who we are and what we're doing and how we are helping through social and emotional learning. If we click on a particular student, we will then see, of course, all the activities that student has completed. and we'll see the date of completion. We'll see that if they were done in a group or individually. We'll also see if it was done at school or at home. And then, of course, if we click on each one of these tabs, we'll be able to see the exact results of each activity that that student has completed. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a complete scope of what you see in our platform. I hope that you had I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it very user friendly. Subscribe to the free video. You'll see that it's very easy. Once you log in for the first time, you'll have a nice greeting message from our CEO. Watch it. It's very interesting. Also from there, explore the free module. You'll have access to all the resources and tools within the platform under the free module. So go ahead and do it. Just to finish off, I'm going to just log out here. I'm going to disconnect from a teacher perspective, and we are going to log in from a student perspective. So just to show you how easy it is from a student. So today we'll be logging in as Mr. Brad Pitt. Brad, if you want to give me a call, my phone's always open. Would love to grab a coffee or a drink with you. You'll see here, the first thing that we're asking is, how do you feel today? So we want the students to select their emotion, obviously. You'll have a picture of a boy or girl. And they can select their avatar based on their emotions. So we're very happy to be with you today. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. How sure are you? I'm feeling peaceful. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling joyful. I'm feeling excited. I'm very excited to be with you guys here today. So we're going to click on excited. And now you can see that my avatar has now been updated here. Moving along, you can see that all the tools and resources that we've had originally under the teacher perspective has now been removed and really simplified for the student. It's very simple. Once they're logged in, we have access of replaying the web series and the exercises associated with that capsule. We have that throughout the entire module, as you can see. Going back up, we've also included a little cheat sheet for all the students that if they're having a hard time going through the module, here's a little, friendly document that can help them get through it. The emotions and reactions explored in the video, what are the best choices of answers, and what they need to remember. Also, they have access to my little toolbox. So the toolbox here is what we saw a little bit earlier. So the 3 steps for self-regulation, let's not forget, zoom out, zoom in, and go. So great little self-regulation tool there. Few tips to breathe better. Student is home or at school. They're logged in. They witnessed an emotion. They're not sure how to react. Well, the first thing to do is we're going to get them to calm down. So a very easy document to read. A few tips to breathe better. They can go through that to calm themselves down. And of course, one of my personal favorite documents, the ABCs of emotions. This document is really, really amazing, colorful. It really pops. How many different emotions are there? What is an emotion? What do they do? It's a great read. And you know what? We have a lot of schools that printed this document out. They've posted it in the classrooms throughout the schools. Now that we're going to be visiting, parents will be able to visit schools a little bit more. It's a great read that we can promote within the school community, and also helps promote the well-being for our students. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have completed. Of course, here we have the session history, so the student can see every time they've logged in, and obviously they can see the answers that they have selected during the activities they have done. Ladies and gentlemen, this completes our demonstration for today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that you all log in and register for the free module. You'll see it's very exciting. I challenge you to do this in your classroom. I challenge you to give us feedback on how engaged your students are. You will definitely see that this program, excuse my language, this is not a program, this is a platform, this is a digital toolbox that we can use. I want you to explore it. I want you to give us some feedback. Let us know your thoughts. You will see that this works. It will increase adoption in the school. It will increase student engagement. It will increase teacher buy-in. You will see the benefits from our platform. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a great day, a great evening, and a great school year. Thank you for watching, and please visit us at moozoom.com. Have a wonderful day.